this is worded a little on the confusing side.
Yeah, and I can't confirm it. I'm looking.
Yeah. So O.J. Simpson has an official Twitter account.
Right.
And I'm just going to read to you the tweet from that account. On April 10th, our father, Orenthal James Simpson, succumbed to his battle with cancer. He was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. During this time of transition, his family asked for that you please respect their wishes for privacy and grace, the Simpson family. The way it is written, I don't know OJ's dad's name, and I don't know if he's still alive. Like Lunsford points out, you could read this
that it could be he's a junior and that's or a second, and that's his dad he's talking about.
Since it is coming from OJ Simpson's Twitter account. OJ Simpson is a complicated person, obviously. So I don't really know how to read this. Either OJ Simpson has passed away or his father has passed away. I don't, and Lunsford, I think, is looking into this.
No, his father died in 1986.
Okay, so this would have to be OJ then.
And of course, I don't know what's what on Wikipedia. It says he was a drag king in San Francisco.
Yeah,
a drag queen in San Francisco.
Well, I really don't know about that.
I've never heard that,
but it appears OJ Simpson has passed away. I did not know he had cancer.
Yeah, I'm looking. So the stories I am finding are OJ responds to reports about his health. He's diagnosed with cancer, undergoing chemo. It looks like it was prostate cancer. He appears frail, is spotted walking in Las Vegas. So yeah, there's a lot of reports. I had no idea he was ill either.
Yeah, I didn't know. Obviously, it had come to that point. But from his official Twitter account, it appears OJ Simpson has passed away overnight after his battle with cancer.
And I really can't think of a celebrity that went from beloved on like an approval rating of almost 100 to what people viewed was just a despicable guy. And, I hate to say that, it's a guy who's passing right now, and hopefully he made amends with a lot of different things in his life. But can you guys think, Mike Tyson's a guy that gets brought up. People love Mike Tyson right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually had a rebirth. And, for those and there's a generation that only remembers OJ being on trial for the murder of his ex-wife and her boyfriend.
Right.
And that's all they remember about him. And before that, I mean, to Lance's point, Dunaway, this guy was in movies. I mean, Rockstar and I laugh about it all the time. Naked Gun played a role in that.
Nordberg.
He was in TV commercials. He was a huge pitch man.
Sideline reporter.
Sideline reporter on Monday Night Football, studio host. I mean, he was the guy.
Heisman Trophy winner. Never had his Heisman taken away, did he?
No.
Yeah.
No, Reggie Bush did.
I think somebody allegedly stole it.
I thought he broke in to steal it back or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Memorabilia, and that's what they got him for in Vegas. Man, it really, I was so naive when that was going on. And everybody remembers where they were during the Bronco chase.
Oh, absolutely.
And I just remember thinking there's some kind of miscommunication. He's being framed. I just didn't believe it. And then when you saw the evidence come out, and the older you get, you see a lot of these domestic situations, and it still baffles me.
If you've never seen the ESPN 30 for 30 on the day all that went down, it's my favorite 30 for 30. I think it's June 16th, 1994 is the title of it. And that story broke while ESPN was airing the Friday round of the U.S. Open, which was Arnold Palmer's final round of the U.S. Open, and it was being played in Pittsburgh, near Palmer's hometown. So this was a massive event for ESPN, and they had to break in with the O.J. Simpson news.
It was also NBA Finals.
That was the other thing.
Knicks and Rockets.
NBC had Knicks and Rockets on the NBA Finals, and they were having to go back and forth to Tom Brokaw.
I remember I was watching that game at Applebee's in Brookwood Mall, and then we went to City Stages afterwards, which was a great event back in the day.
Loved City Stages.
But that was all going on, and, and this, can you imagine that Bronco chase during social media?
Oh, gosh, no. I mean, it was crazy enough just being on TV, the amount of people that had come out to the overpasses was that on the 5, I think, wherever it was?
Yeah, the 405.
The 405, and just people that had lined the overpasses just seeing it on TV. It was just an insane, crazy moment in American history.
Yeah, and so 76, 77 for O.J. Simpson?
On the Heisman?
No, the
76, his age?
Age-wise.
Yeah, 76, Jim. He would have been 77 in July.
Yeah. Haven't seen a major news outlet report it yet, but several people on social media now saying former NFL star Heisman winner dead at the age of 76, O.J. Simpson. He is a guy with many different faces in history here in the United States. That coming from his official Twitter account, obviously being tweeted there by his loved ones. They're surrounded by children and grandchildren, passing away at the age of 76.
You know, he's one of those guys that nobody talks about being one of the greatest, and I wonder if it's because of how far the legacy had fallen. And I'm not going to date you, but I don't know if you ever got to watch him play with the Bills and then later in his career with San Francisco.
I remember end of Bills, there was 1 year, they were never a playoff team. There was 1 year that he was rushing for 2,000 yards in the regular season that we'd always get when they played the Dolphins here.
Yeah,
but there was one game at the end of the year in Buffalo where it was snowing and he needed a certain number of yards to go over 2,000. I remember watching that one. That one sticks out. And but they were never really a playoff contender. Like back before you had Sunday Ticket and all the exposure you get in the NFL now, not a ton of games on. I really did not get to see a ton of Walter Payton until he got to be with the great mid '80s Bears teams, and you didn't get to see a lot of O.J. Simpson either.
No, and Barry Sanders too with the Lions.
And a lot of Barry.
But I think Walter Payton and Barry Sanders are two guys, and Jim Brown. Those are three in the top five that everyone would have. And I wonder if you went through true historians, if O.J. would make that top five.